Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's flow is going to just be a super simple total body all levels flow. So I don't really have much else to say. Let's just go ahead and get started. Come to the front of your mat, taking a comfortable seat. For you, a comfortable seat, you may be more comfortable in hero's pose. You may be more comfortable sitting up on a block and kind of allowing your hips a little bit more opening. Whatever that means for you, just find that position. And once you get there, float your eyes closed. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. Start to lengthen your inhales and your exhales. Start to focus on that visual of air entering your body, filling up your lungs. And as you exhale, envision all the bad stuff or stuff you don't really want to deal with right now, exiting your body. And if you find your mind starts to wander, that's okay. Just bring it back to the breath. Those things will be there when you're finished. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Palms come together and then pull them down in front of your heart in the prayer mudra. Use this moment to set your intention for your practice, for your day. Maybe those don't coincide, but if they do, that's always kind of fun. And one more time, sweep your arms up over your head on an inhale. And this time, exhale, twist a little to your right. Left hand comes to the top of your right knee. Right hand reaches behind you. Just an easy twist. Start wringing out your spine. With each inhale, your spine grows taller. With each exhale, twist a little bit further. And then inhale, sweep the arms up, come back through center. And exhale, twist over to the left, right hand to the top of your left knee, left hand directly behind you. Growing tall with each inhale and deeper with each exhale. And then come back up through center, arms sweeping up. Pull your hands down, roll up and over your knees, and walk your knees back for tabletop position. Spread your fingers wide. Point your fingers pointing straight forward. Elbows unlocked a little bit. Knees right under hips. And then start to work through your cat-cows. Inhaling, dropping the belly, widening the collarbones. Exhale, belly to spine. Round it. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Keep going on your own breath, a few more rounds. On your next inhale, come to a neutral spine, still making sure that your shoulders are engaged. You can feel you're actively pushing through your shoulders. Your elbows are maybe a little bit unlocked, so you're not hyperextending. Low belly's pulling in, pelvis is in a neutral position. And then you're going to slide your right foot straight straight out to the side so the instep of your foot is right on the floor. You're going to take an inhale here, maybe look up just a little bit, and exhale, sit back into child's pose, leaving that right leg out, getting a little bit of an inner thigh stretch. And then roll it back up to that neutral spine. Bring your right leg in. Step that left foot out, instep, contacting the floor. Take an inhale, maybe look up just a little, baby cow. And then exhale it back, sitting back with that left leg out wide. And then exhale, come back up to all fours. Slide your left knee back in. Tuck your toes, send your hips high, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Find whatever movements you need to do. Get your wiggles out. Maybe sway your hips side to side. Next inhale, come up on tippy toes, look between your palms. Keep that gaze between your palms and super intentionally take little steps up to the front of your mat. Trying to keep your palms flat as long as you can. Knees can be bent here. Inhale to a flat back. Pull those shoulder blades away from your ears, back away from the floor. And then exhale, fold it forward, knees bent. Chest is resting on your thighs. You can grab opposite elbows. Allow that lower back to release. And then drop your hands back down to the earth. Bend your knees even more and roll super slow all the way up. Head is the last thing to come up. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Find your mountain pose. Find your stability. And then next inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, palms meet overhead, and then you're gonna twist that. Just like we did sitting, right hand's gonna go back, left hand's gonna come straight forward. Keep pressing that right hip point forward so that you're not twisting in your legs, but the rotation's coming solely from your navel. Gaze back at your right hand if that feels good. And then inhale, arms come up through center. Exhale, drop the left arm behind, right arm forward. A good physiological twist. Good idea to get an idea, good way to get an idea of where your spinal mobility is at when we're not forcing ourselves into a pose. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, palms to touch. And then fold forward, hands come through center, fold it all the way over. Inhale, flat back, up fingertips or your shins. Plant your palms, step your feet back to a plank position. Hold your plank position. Notice where you need to adjust, where you need to engage. Keeping the back of your neck long. You're not looking forward or down, but it's nice and straight. Energy through the crown of your head and all the way through your body in a straight line, shooting out your heels. And then exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come back forward to plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes. Slide your hands back by your rib cage. Inhale, baby cobra. Just lifting your chest, squeezing those elbows towards each other, and exhale down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, push back on your knees. Walk your hands forward about 6 inches and press your chest towards the mat for puppy pose. And then walk your hands back another 6 inches. Tuck your toes. Send your hips high for your downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg up towards the sky. Keep your hips super square. And then go ahead and bend your knee. Open your hip, heel to butt, right foot. Keep your shoulders square here. Square it back off. Inhale. Exhale, bring your knee to your chest. Hold it. Drop your knee down an inch above the floor. And then round your spine, pull it back up. Inhale, drop your knee down an inch away from the floor. Exhale, pull it back up. One more time, drop your knee an inch, just hover it there. And then exhale, pull it back up. Set the foot between your palms. Let your left knee bend, untuck your toes, bring it up. Low lunge. Squaring off your hips, keeping your low belly pulled in, not reaching. Low ribs knitted. Biceps framing your ears. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Tuck your toes, bring that left knee up off the floor. And again, inhale up. Now you're in crescent lunge. Keep pulling that right hip back in space, left hip forward. Engaging your abdominals, always. And then exhale, hands down to the mat. Plant your left hand. Spin open to the right, keeping that right hip back. Squeezing those inner thighs together. Looking up possibly at your right hand. There's a fuzzy attached to me. Again, this is a good physiological pose, finding where you can be, where you can get, but now you're grounded, so it's more of a closed chain type of contraction. Lower your right hand down, step your left foot up to meet your right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up to stand. Hands meet overhead and in front of your heart for prayer. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive over the legs, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, step your left foot back. Right foot meets in plank. Lower down halfway to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, or if you need another cobra, feel free. Exhale, push it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg sweeps up, keeping your hips square for a breath. And then open your hip, drop your foot, heel to butt as much as you can. Inhale, square those hips back off. Exhale, pull your knee into your chest and hold it. Next, inhale, drop your knee an inch above the floor. Then exhale, pull it up to your chest. Inhale, drop your knee to hover an inch above the floor. Exhale, pull it up to your chest. Again, inhale, knee above the floor. Exhale, round your back, pull it up to your chest. Step that left foot in between your palms. Drop that right knee. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, hands down, frame your foot. Tuck your right toes, lift the knee, and then inhale back up for Crescent Lunge. Knee should be right over ankle. Make sure you're engaging your abdominals, pulling that left hip back in space, right hip forward. And then exhale, hands down, plant your right hand, open that left arm up towards the sky. Squeeze your inner thighs together, pulling that left hip back in space. Sometimes it might splay out a little bit to the left. Just keep pulling it back. Gazing up at your left hand. Exhale, left hand down. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Top of your mat, inhale. Flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up to standing. Hands meet in front of your heart in prayer. Exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Swan dive, exhale, over your legs, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Hold those shoulder blades together. Exhale, plant your palms, send your right foot back, followed by your left. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, collarbones wide, shoulder blades together. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come up on your tippy toes, look between your palms. If jumping or floating forward is in your practice, float on an exhale to the front of your mat. If you need another time to step, just step up and feet meet each other. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up to stand. Hands exhale in front of your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive over the legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms. Float or step to the back of your mat. And move through your Vinyasa. We're going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, look ahead of your palms. Float or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up, hands overhead. Exhale, hands meet in front of the heart. Inhale, sweep them up. And exhale, swan dive over the legs, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, float or step back. And move through your Vinyasa. One more time, inhale, look between your palms. Exhale, float or step up to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, all the way up to stand. Hands meet in front of the heart. Exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive over your legs, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, float or step to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look between your palms, bend your knees, float or step to the front of your mat. Inhale to a flat back, bring big toes to touch, little space between your knees. Bend your knees, inhale, arms up overhead, chair pose. Sit back in your chair, make sure while your knees are going forward, your hips are going back. Should be able to wiggle your toes. You can squeeze your thighs together or they can be separate. Different yogis will teach different ways. I don't mind if they're together as long as they're engaged and you're not lazily like collapsing inward. I don't know if that's possible. Make sure you're engaging your core. Bring your hands to your heart. Keep your position. Pull those shoulder blades back. Keep focused on the engagement of your leg, and then just rise up on your toes. Keep that same shape. You just lifted your heels up. And then keep your heels up off the floor. Stand up all the way tall. Whew. Engage what you need. Get your balance. And then come down, flat feet. Drop your arms, inhale. Arms sweep up. Exhale, swan dive over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, float or step, and move through your Vinyasa. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, open your hip, knee to sky. Inhale, square off those hips again. Exhale, knee to chest. Set the foot between your palms. Inhale, crescent lunge. Hold your crescent lunge. Take a big inhale here. And then exhale, you're gonna drop your arms back and bow your torso forward 45 degrees. Now, your palms are facing, you have like angel wings back here. Make sure you're not being lazy in your legs. Keep those engaging. Engage in your core. Pull your shoulder blades down and back. Keep that energy going through the crown of your head, down through your left heel. And then just for fun, lift your right heel up off the floor. Set your right heel down. Inhale, crescent lunge, arms overhead. Exhale, hands down, step it back to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, open your hip, knee to sky. Inhale, square your hips back off. Exhale, knee to chest. Set the foot between your palms and bring it up. Crescent lunge on your left. Squaring off your hips, nice strong crescent. And then drop your arms back. Bow it forward 45 degrees. Engage those legs. Engage those inner thighs. Engage your core. Pull your shoulder blades together. Energy out the crown of your head. And then lift that left heel up. Set it down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, plant your palms, step it back to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look between your palms, bend your knees, jump or float to the front of your mat, or step. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, big toes to touch. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Inhale, chair pose. Pull your hands down in front of your heart. And then let's float them back like wings this time. And again, just come up onto your toes. Bring them back, bring your hands back to your heart. And then can you sit all the way down for toe stand. So you're gonna drop your hips down to your heels, balance here, and then try and bring your chest so it's more vertical. Find a gaze point. And then just for fun, find that chair pose again. So lift up out of this, don't drop your heels. Keep your balance. Find something to gaze at. If you have to fall, that's okay, just come back up. And then straighten your knees, come all the way to stand. Engage those legs, engage that core. And then lower down to your heels. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive over your legs, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your palm, float or step back through plank chaturanga and move through your vinyasa. Inhale, right leg sweeps up. Exhale, open your hip. Inhale, square back off. Exhale, knee to chest. Set it between your palms. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, bow forward, float your arms, act like wings. Inhale, up on your toes. Exhale, down. Inhale, back up. Maybe a little back bend now. Pull your wrist back in space. And then move through your vinyasa. We all meet back down, down dog. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, open your hip. Inhale, square back off. Exhale, knee to chest. Set that foot between your palms. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, bow forward. Float those legs, float those arms back. Inhale, up on your toe. Exhale, foot down. Inhale, back up, crescent lunge. Maybe a little back bend. Open your chest, gaze up at the sky, and then exhale it down. Step it back to plank, move through your vinyasa. We're gonna move through our flow here. So take a few breaths here. And when you're ready, sweep that right leg up to the sky, squaring your hips. Exhale, drop your foot, open your knee, open your hip. Inhale, square those hips back off. Exhale, knee to chest, set the foot down, spin your back heel down and cartwheel your hands up, warrior two. Find your alignment, warrior two. Right knee over right ankle, right sitting bone pulling straight back towards the arch of your left foot. Lower belly in, lower ribs in. You're gonna straighten your right leg, turn your toes towards the left edge of your mat. Arms are gonna raise up, hands come in front of your heart. Turn your left toes out just a hair, like 45, and then bend into that left knee and sit down in Skandasana. Ideally, you should have your left foot flat here. If you can't, or you need a block, it's okay to put your hands down. I just really don't like when people have the heel up. Your right kneecap is pointing up. If you're able to take your hands up off the floor, use that left elbow to press that knee away. Pull up in your pelvic floor so you're not just sitting in it, but your hips are engaged, your pelvic floor is engaged. You're not rolling to the inner edge of that left foot. And then set your hands down. Turn towards the back of your mat, bend that left knee. Plant your palms, send your left foot up and back, three-legged dog. Hold it here. Stretching that right hamstring. Pull that left knee into your chest again. Set your foot down. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, right hand or left hand's gonna go back, right hand's coming forward for this twist that we did in standing. But now we're doing it we didn't do it in standing, we did it in the lunge where our right hand was grounded. Now we're back to that physiological twist. Look at your right hand in front of you. Keep pulling that left hand back, but maybe bring it back a little bit. What we're gonna do is dive into revolve half moon. So you're gonna kind of pop up on that left foot. Right hand is gonna come down to the floor, about a foot in front of your left, and then your right foot's just gonna float right up. Rolling those right toes down towards the floor. And again, trying to get that physiological rotation in your spine. Gaze can be at the wall behind you, up at your left hand, wherever you can maintain that balance and challenge yourself. Go ahead and lower your left hand down. Bend your left knee, drop that right foot. Spin that right heel down, and let's open it up, warrior two on the left. Facing now the back of your mat has become the front of your mat. Find your alignment, make sure you're engaging everything that needs to be engaged. And then straighten that left leg. Turn your toes forward, arms come up overhead. And turn your right toes out. Bring your hands to prayer, but you're in kind of a warrior two here. Spin, I'm totally making this up on the fly. Spin up onto your toes on that left foot. Keeping that prayer pose, bend forward 45 degrees, and then hook that left elbow on your right knee. Press your chest open. Again, now we're using our body to give that overpressure into that spinal rotation. Open your arms up so your left arm comes to the outside of your right foot, right arm up towards the sky. If you want a little bit more. If you're good in that twist with a prayer, that's fine too. What I want you to do next is keep that twist and come up. So your right arm's reaching back, left arm's reaching forward, similarly to how we got in revolved half moon on the left side when we were facing the back. Don't worry, I won't make you do it on this side because we'll do it on the other side. Cartwheel your arms down, plant your palms, right foot back meets the left, and plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Open that chest wide. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg sweeps up. Open your hip, exhale. Inhale, square your back off. Exhale, knee to chest. Set that foot between your palms. Spin your right heel down. Open it up, warrior two. I went rogue for my plan, so hopefully I remember it on this side. Engage your warrior two. Make sure left ankle's over, left knee is over left ankle. Left sitting bone pulling back towards the arch of your right foot. Low belly engaged, low ribs pulling in. Shoulder blades relaxed. Straighten that left leg out. Turn your left toes forward. Arms up overhead, hands into prayer. Right toes out about 45 degrees. And then with control, drop down, Skandasana. on that. Well, you're bending your right leg, stretching that inner thigh of your left leg. Keep pulling up, pelvic floor pulling up, back is straight. Your knee should be out over your middle toe. And then, oh, did we come back up? I think we did. I don't remember. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so bring your right foot. And then we're gonna come up, crescent lunge, facing the back of your mat. Strong crescent. And then you're going to do that twist. Left arm goes forward, right arm goes back in space. Physiological twist. A lot harder than when you have the floor or your body, but you've already done it on this side with your body. We've done it a few times. So you should be feeling your spine starting to open up. Keep your arms and legs where they are. Look forward at your left hand. Bow forward, spring up, float that left leg up. Left hand to the floor, right hand spinning up towards the sky. Keep pointing those left pinky toes down towards the floor. They're gonna wanna open up. And then re-bend that right leg. Pull it back up into your twist. Untwist it. Open it up back, warrior two. Right leg in front. Gazing out over your right foot. Oh yeah, whatever, I forgot a lot of things. Okay, it's fine. Inhale, come up. Switch your warrior. Left toes pointing forward. And then let's bring your hands to prayer. Twist all the way forward. Right heel pops up. You're in prayer crescent. Take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, bow forward. Hook that right elbow on the outer right thigh, or left thigh, excuse me. And you're in your overpressure position. If you want a little bit more, open your arms up so right fingertips come to the outside of your left foot. Left arm reaches up toward the sky. And then inhale, back up, keeping that twist. One last time, reaching back with that left arm, forward with that right arm. And then cartwheel your hands down to the floor. Step your left back to meet your right. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down facing dog. Inhale, sweep that right leg up. One more short little flow. Exhale, drop your foot, open your hip. Inhale, square those hips back off. Exhale, knee to chest. Step the foot forward between your palms. Inhale, crescent lunge. Pull that chest up. Bow your chest forward. And then you're going to spring up. Bring your right knee straight into your chest. Don't grab it. Keep your arms up long. Flex that left foot, left knee pulling into your chest. Straighten that left leg long. Keep that knee flexed. Arms stay overhead. And then without touching that left foot down, like a tipping bird, just keep your body and your leg as one straight piece. Open, drop it down, warrior three. Arms reaching long, left leg reaching back. And then go ahead, drop it down if you're tired. Standing split for a moment. Squaring off your hips, making sure You're not over rotating to get that length, that height in your leg. That is not the point. And then bend your right knee, drop your left toes. Let's spin the left heel down, open it up. Warrior 2. Inhale, sweep your arm up overhead. Exhale, drop that right hand inside your right leg. Extended side angle. We're gonna do a hip opener. I can't figure out how to get into it without doing extended side angle, honestly. Drop your left hand down, both hands on the inside of your right foot. Heel toe your right foot out to the edge of your mat. Lizard lunge. Now there's a couple ways. If you need a little bit more, you can always drop down to your forearms. If you need less, you can always drop down to your knee. If you're happy where you are, stay there. I like to drop down to my forearms and then sometimes turn my right foot out to like a 45-degree angle and press that knee away. You don't have to press it with your hand. You can just kind of let it open up. Whatever feels good for you right now. And if you advance your practice and you try something you haven't tried and it doesn't feel right, definitely don't stay there. Come back up to your hands if you are on forearms. Heel toe your right foot in just a little bit. Straighten your right leg, flex your foot, send your hips back. Don't change where your feet are. Rebend that right knee, flat foot, chest forward. Again, press your hips back, flex your foot, press back, bow forward. And one more time, rebend that right knee. This time you're going to pop that left foot forward just a little bit. Flex your right foot, inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold it over that leg. Plant your palms. You can put your foot flat. Sweep that right foot up and back for a short and down-legged dog. And float or kick up to handstand, kick switches. Have a little playtime. It's okay if you don't get any hang time. You're still getting your heart rate up by trying. And when you're ready, find your plank and move through Vinyasa. Inhale, left leg sweeps up. Exhale, open your knee, hip. Raise your knee. Inhale, sweep that right leg back, left leg back up, sorry. Exhale, knee to chest. Set the foot down between your palms and bring it up. Crescent lunge. Tall crescent lunge. Super intentional crescent lunge. Arms are strong. Pressing that right hip forward, low belly in. Bow forward over your left foot just a little bit and spring up. Pull that left knee into your chest. Sorry, right knee up into your chest. Foot flexed. This is your functional, how strong is my core? Extend your right leg out, keeping your foot flexed, keeping your core engaged. Your hip flexor is talking to you, I know. And then without setting that foot down, swing it through. Intention, bring it out. Warrior 3. Strong warrior 3. Energy out the fingertips, energy out the heel. Working on closing that rotation that wants to happen. Toes pointing straight towards the ground. And then bend your left knee, set your right foot down. Spin your heel down, open it up. Warrior 2. Flip your palm, inhale, sweep your arm up overhead. Peaceful warrior. And then exhale, left hand inside, left foot, extended side angle. And then go ahead and cartwheel your right hand down inside your left foot, both hands, heel toe, left foot out to the edge of your mat. And find your variation of lizard on this side. Generally, we might be more flexible on one side than another, so feel free to try and progress yourself to a deeper expression of the pose if you're up for it, because you might surprise yourself. What you couldn't do on one side, you might be able to do on this. And vice versa, what you could do might not be feeling as good. So if it doesn't, get out of it. Don't kill yourself. By doing that, you're kind of negating the purpose of your yoga practice. Come on out of it. Press up on the hands if you were there. Heel, toe. Your feet back in. Oh, keep your right foot where it's at. Inhale, lift your right toes. Send your hips, your left toes, send your hips back. Stretch over that left leg. And then re-bend that left knee. Exhale. Inhale, and then push it back. Exhale, left toes come up, hips go high. And then re-bend that left knee, foot flat. One more time. Exhale. Push those hips back. Left toes come up. Pushing those hips down. And then re-bend that left knee. Pop your right foot up a little bit. Flex your left toes for a moment. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Foot flat. Stretching into that left hamstring. Plant your palms. Plant your right foot. Swing that left foot back and up. Shorten three-legged dog. Spread your fingertips wide and play with your handstand. Even if you just do a few, just enjoy the playtime. And when you're ready, come down into child pose. Catch your breath. Bring it back to the breath. Slow it down. Find if your mind has wandered, bring it back to just visualizing that breath and that connection with your body and how it's moving. All right, come on out. Come to a seat position. Bring your feet out in front of you in the front of your mat. We're gonna do a little bit of boat, but I didn't feel like making you guys jump through. Mainly because I don't feel like doing it. So if you wanna jump through, go for it, my friends. Having major sweat issues. Okay, sitting up nice and tall, heels down on the floor first. Arms reaching up, biceps frame your ears. Slowly tilt your pelvis around your lower back. Keep your heels grounded. Come back up to sitting, nice and tall. Exhale, round your spine, tilt your pelvis back. Tailbone goes towards your heels, and then back up. One more time, tilt that pelvis, exhale. Round your spine. Keep your arms up, lift your knees up. You can bend your knees. Keep your hips flexed if you can, your foot toes flexed if you can. Arms reaching up. Hold that boat. Make sure ideally your lower legs are parallel to the floor. Your upper body is now tilted back just a little bit. You needed to do that in order to lift your legs, right? But here we're gonna go a little bit more. So exhale, drop your lower back down to the floor. Extend your legs out. Hands can reach down by your side. And then pull it back up, arms up overhead. Inhale, exhale, sweep it down, half boat. Point your toes, just the small of your back touching the ground. Exhale it back up, in, and then inhale. I don't know. Inhale, exhale. Couple more time, inhale, bring it up. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale up. Exhale, drop it down, pulling that low back down, or belly down to your spine. One more, inhale up, tall spine. Exhale, lower it down. One more time, back up, and then cross your legs. Sit nice and tall. Twist to your right, maybe, and twist to your left, wringing yourself out. Just a minute. Bring your feet to the mat, I guess. Knees are bent. Reach forward again. Keeping your feet grounded, roll all the way back down to your back. And relax here. Walk your feet up a little closer to your hips where you can graze your heels with your fingertips. We're gonna do one bridge and one full wheel if that's in your practice. If not, you will just do another bridge pose. And feel free to use a block for a more restorative pose, or just perfect your bridge and your comfort in that inversion. So when you're ready, heels are, feet are parallel. Take an inhale, press your hips up towards the sky, clasp your hands behind you, roll your shoulder blades together, press your forearms into the floor. Keep your belly pulling in. Knees squeeze together. My hands are slipping, so I'm going to come out. When you are ready, unclasp your hands, roll down, windshield wiper your legs. My next set of cues is going to come for how I get into full wheel. Get into full wheel however you already practice, or like I said before, just do another bridge pose if full wheel is not, if you're not quite there. Always fun to kind of try it though. Just like I said before, you might surprise yourself, especially if you've been practicing with me for a while. So, you know, even if you just press up and then come right out of it, just make sure you're doing it safely. And you know, and of course, pain is your guide. So here we go. On your next inhale, press your hips up high. Inhale. Exhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Then plant your hands right by your shoulders, right next to your ears. Take an inhale to the top of your head. Square off your elbows. Make sure they're both pointing straight back. Then straighten your elbows. Pressing your wrists right, or your shoulders right over your wrists, or as close as they go. When you're ready to come out, the safest way, make sure you come to the tops of your shoulders first, and then roll down your spine, just like you came out of bridge. And then windshield wiper your legs side to side. Oh, bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug, maybe stretching out that lower back. If you'd like to take a happy baby, grab the outside of your feet, pulling your knees towards your armpits. I think I need to go back to anatomy. Maybe rocking side to side. All right, guys, so there was a lot of twisting in today's practice, so we will definitely finish with some restorative twists. So keep your right knee pulled in, stretch your left leg out long, grab the outer edge of your right knee with your left arm, stretch your right arm out like wings, look towards your right hand, and stretch that left knee over. You can let your hip come up off the floor for this, but ideally your right shoulder blade stays grounded. And then come back through center. Bring that left leg up to meet your right. Right leg goes out long. Big hug for your left knee. Then right knee to the outer edge of your left thigh and stretch it over, looking out over your outstretched left fingertips. Come back through center. Bring your right knee up for one more big hug, both legs in. If you want, bring your chest, your head up. Try and touch your forehead to your knees. Get a really good dural stretch there. And then come out slow as molasses. Stretch your legs out. Find your Shavasana. Relaxing your shoulders. Letting your feet splay out, your palms splay up. And just relax and do nothing. When you're ready, start to bring movement back to your fingers and toes. Just make sure you're relaxed in your jaw, unhinge your jaw, move your tongue and your mouth. Move up to your ankles, wrists, knees. Maybe sway your hips side to side just a little bit again. Take one more big stretch overhead with your arms. Feel how your spine might feel different today after that practice. Bend your knees up so your feet are flat. Roll onto your right side using your right arm as a pillow. Staying in this position for just a moment before you press yourself all the way up to seated. Find that seated position where you started. Relaxing your hands on top of thighs. Spine long, everything pulled up and in. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Palms come and meet in front of your heart. Take this moment to recall your intention and reflect on whether you achieved that or if you still have some work to do throughout your day. And take all the benefits that you received from this practice out with you, whether it's in your mindset or in just how you feel the rest of the day. Take that with you and try and spread it to others around you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.